Four people in a room talking about everything. Or talking about really nothing at all. You decide.
Welcome. This is the Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
So I'm in the pool this week, right?
Yeah.
And my neighbor's getting their lawn cut, okay?
Yeah.
Different company than I have,
Yeah.
right? And so the guy, so Ruth and I are in the pool. Yeah. We're just sitting there having a drink, enjoying the music and stuff. Yeah. And they're going back and forth on the lawnmower.
Yeah.
But he stops at the fence where there's a gap that we can clearly see. And he stops, looks at us, and just like tips his hat, and then just keeps driving.
Well, that's nice of him.
That's a nice thing to do.
Did it creep you out a little?
A little bit, because
I think it's good that he does that, because if not, he's
not my lawn guy.
No, but he knows that you guys are in the pool.
Yes.
So if he doesn't acknowledge you, then it looks like he's looking at you and acting as though he's not.
Right.
If he gives you a nod, it's like, hey, just so you know, I'm here. I know you're here. You know I'm here. It's less awkward.
Or Mahler, maybe he wants to be your lawn guy.
Oh, that's a good, I like that.
Maybe he wanted to be
know?
invited into the pool.
Yeah.
Oh, to hop in with you.
Know how
He was
hot
probably
it is
really
out here?
warm. Yeah, absolutely. I think you guys are overreading it. I think it's just a nice little bro nod.
I also
That's
think
it.
what happened is he probably looked over, then he saw you looking at him, felt uncomfortable, and thought, oh, God, I've got to do something. So he nodded. Because you were, for you to see it, you were looking at him.
Yeah, you're staring
It
at
just made us feel a
A
little
little
strange.
weird.
Yeah.
At any point, did he take a bottle of water, tilt his head back, and pour it over himself?
Well, he's a lawn guy. That's what they
Yeah,
do, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And did he do it in slow motion?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
all of that.
and then
Yeah.
start pretending to do the backstroke? Like, invite me.
What happened
Because he
there?
wants to go in your pool. He's
So
hot.
he was
gets the water.
minding?
Yes.
So he was hitting on us and then wants
And
to go in
then
the
wants
pool.
to come in the pool.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Such a
wants to be
weird
your lawn
turn.
guy.
That was
Wants to be our lawn
I
guy.
did take a turn.
Weird
Not where I
turn.
thought you were
Nope.
going with
Nobody
that.
else picked
Now
it
I
up?
looked over my shoulder and our swingers banner was still hanging
that
from
could be
the
it.
previous night.
Yeah.
They
But
gave
That's
you a nod
what
for
you
that.
expect,
Yes.
Mahler.
Right, that
God.
giant pineapple.
it's an inflatable and I like to ride it.
Okay, I bet you do.
Boy, we can isolate that, please.
Yes, please.
Oh boy! All right, I've dug this way too deep for myself. Let's begin the Hot Tub Podcast.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Wells Fargo fired over a dozen employees for allegedly faking work. Okay? This made me laugh so hard. More specifically, the employees were suspected of simulating keyboard activity to make it seem like they were being more
incredible.
productive than they were.
That's Brady.
That's amazing. Yeah, you can buy things where it like actually moves your mouse back and forth.
Oh, that's crazy.
Wow.
Well, Wells Fargo asked most employees to come back to the office and work under a hybrid model. Quote, Wells Fargo holds employees to the highest standards and does not tolerate unethical behavior. But
You know, why would you ever go into a job where you're fake working? You're there anyway.
Yeah. So
you've got to do 8 hours
Right.
sitting in a chair. You might as well
When we're
work.
talking
Yeah,
about
you
simulated
think.
work, does this mean from home? Like, so they
I
were
think
just
it's
moving
probably
their
from
mouse
home.
and they're moving their mouse, doing
yeah.
laundry, coming back, pretending to be on their laptops, and to say that this is literally what everybody does.
I thought that they were sitting there in front of their boss, just typing.
No.
Nonsense.
I thought they were at work.
No.
Yeah.
Actually just faking it.
No, this is
Faking
the
it.
hybrid model. So they were working from home and
Yes.
pretending that they were not
Oh,
away.
what a
Like you thought they just had like a
story.
Word document open and we're just
Yes.
spamming the keyboard
Like
for
their
8 hours
boss
a
is
day.
talking to them, and they're like, "Yeah, no, that's great." Pretending
No.
to type. That's why I laugh so hard at the story.
And the
Great
reason this
visual.
relates is because everybody that works from home does this.
Filing fake files.
They
and,
walk.
like,
They move their mouse every once in a while to make sure they're not showing away.
100%.
Yes.
taking a phone call. That, I'm sorry, I'll
Yeah,
just be
no,
right
no
with
one's
you.
doing that. That would take up so much time, and what's the point?
How about this one? Watering fake plants.
Taking care of the babies, boss.
At this point, it's easier to just work.
That's what I was saying.
You're doing
You're
so
trying to
much
think of-
extra work.
Yeah, so much fake work.
Yeah, your idea, not a thing. No one's doing that. No.
Just pull out a Rolodex from 1980 and start going through it.
I'm filing.
That would be so good.
Again,
so
fake
good.
working.
so much
Yes.
extra work to not work.
Oh, you hire somebody to come in for a meeting.
Oh my God, that would be great.
Paid actor.
Yes.
You take the boardroom. Yeah.
I got to start doing this. This is great.
Why?
And then you end up
You
more
win.
bored with this person that you hired than you would have been if you were actually doing your job.
Mahler leaves the show halfway through to go to the boardroom with his fake actor. he's just gone for 20 minutes.
You guys would think it's important. Oh my God, he's leaving the show to have a meeting.
No, we think you're getting fired.
I
You've
love
got a
the fakeness.
headset on at all times. Talking to nobody.
I mean,
You
your
hire-
idea is way better.
Yeah. You hire a fake receptionist.
Yes,
Right,
exactly.
as soon as you walk in, good
Yeah,
morning. Good
Jenny's
morning.
office.
It's just very much not what's happening.
And so expensive.
Needlessly expensive.
Fake pens, fake
Yes,
staplers, fake everything.
with your name on
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Your boss tries to book it. I'm so booked up here. Look at how
What
hard
is
I'm
a
working.
fake stapler?
A stapler that doesn't staple.
Why would you need that? What boss is like, well, it doesn't work a lot, but he's got a stapler, so he's good.
Everything.
helps.
Oh, and like on your desk, you have a fake family, right?
Oh, yeah.
In the frame, it's not really
you
your
just
family.
bad Photoshop, though. It's one of Brady's Photoshops.
Whoa, hang
Sorry.
on.
That
they're
was
not
too
good.
far,
What do
Brady.
you
I'm
mean, one of my
sorry.
bad
I mean,
Photoshop?
didn't mean
you
it.
get at the idea. If you know the furniture stores that have like the cardboard computer screens on and stuff to make it look like yes. You could put those up and be like, well, I'm working.
And wouldn't it be funny to sit there and see how long you could go before anybody said anything? I'm all about this.
I love this
Yeah.
so
Oh my
much.
God. I need a job
And
now.
again, it's
Yeah.
not what's happening.
Monday to
No.
Friday, 9 to 5. I just
Yeah.
gotta go in every day.
And I
just
want a
fake
phone
it.
with multiple lines. Hang on, I'll just put you on 2. Martha, could you patch through Billy?
You just yell random things.
And there's no Martha. There's no one there.
There's no cord on the phone. There's nothing there.
You hire an actor to go in the kitchen for their birthday, which is not real.
Oh, that's
with
good.
a cake and everything.
Is it cake? No.
No.
No, it's not.
not
It's not cake.
Oh, this is so bad.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
A poll asked people about different scenarios and whether they'd call their mom or their dad for help.
Okay.
And it found moms are more likely to get the call when kids need emotional support,
Okay.
like you're sick or you did bad on a test in school or something like that. But when we're dealing with more serious issues, dad is the one we're more likely to turn to. 59% of young adults would call their dad first if they crashed the family car, and
God.
62% would call dad instead of mom if they were sitting in a jail cell.
Oh.
Yeah, well, we did a promotion a little while ago on our show, and we had people call their dads and saying that they were in jail.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was
Oh,
so
right.
good. That was so
And,
funny.
That was
and
very
yeah, that's who
funny.
they call. They call dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although
Oh.
I talked to my kids about this when we were doing the thing.
Yeah.
I said, well, so you guys would call me? And they said, no, we call mom. I said, I was so insulted.
Yeah?
Yeah?
And they said, yeah, Dad, I don't think you'd handle the situation well.
In what sense? Why wouldn't you handle it well?
Like overreact or get mad or...
I don't know.
No.
They were just so vague about it. I
Right.
said, your mom, what's she gonna do? She's gonna go down there and bail you up. And they said, yeah, she
Yes.
is.
I feel like your behavior and the way you act just by being left out of this shows the fact that they think in a situation that you don't like, perhaps you're not what they're looking for.
You're a dad. You're a mom. If your kid said the other parent, you'd be kind of hurt, right? Like you'd think you'd want your kids to say, oh, I don't know. It would be a last minute decision or something.
No, I think it's
Like
a
if Rory-
strengths and weaknesses thing, right? It's realizing you both have
But if
different
Rory
things to
didn't pick
offer.
you wouldn't be like, oh.
I'd wonder why what would I react and how would I react that would make him feel uncomfortable? I
Right.
mean,
Rush,
yeah,
what
I
about
don't-
you
I
with
don't
your
know.
daughter? She didn't call you first. Wouldn't you be like, oh, that's too bad? Like,
I mean,
you know
yeah.
both parents are going to take care of the
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a two-person race. You want to be the one that wins it, right? Like,
I don't know. I mean,
get
yeah, like
I also go,
get,
yeah.
but I get what you're saying. But at the same time, I would understand why she would call her mom, but I also understand why she would call me. So
Yeah. Right.
I can see both
I
sides of
also
it.
just
So I don't think I'd be really bothered.
It really truly is come down to a personality thing. Like I may not be able to concentrate the way I need to in that moment. Therefore, he would see strength.
Sure.
You know, like things like that. So
No,
I don't think I'd take it
understand.
personally, but
And once
but
again,
yeah, I want him to want to call me.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
That's
Sure.
what you want.
I don't think
is
it's a
the
bad
answer.
thing.
No.
Like, you're not knocking the other
No.
parent.
No.
You know, it's just, yeah, of course you want to be the
Did you
one.
feel like you were being knocked?
A little bit. Yeah, it's okay.
I mean, I did say, well, and let you rot in jail for
Wow.
a week. How about
Yeah,
that?
I'm sure that had nothing to do with their answer.
Might have had something.
That'll do it.
Played a
Yeah,
part.
no.
That'll do it. God, what a bad call that must be, right?
Yeah.
To call your
Yeah.
parents?
Yeah.
It's like, did you guys ever get in trouble in like high school or whatever and they call your parents in
Nope.
front of you?
Nope.
Really?
No.
No, I actually really never did.
I mean, I skipped a lot.
You guys
and
skipped
Yeah.
everything. How did you not get in trouble for
Yeah.
that?
We rigged the system.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a lot of things working in my favor. So.
Well, the thing is, I had sign-out privileges.
Yeah, so
So
that's-
the consequences were mine. If I was signing myself out all the time, well, I was going to fail the class, and that's a consequence that I
Yeah.
was having to face. And my mom said, I've told this story, but my English teacher in grade 12 or OAC, doesn't matter, or grade 13 at the time, called my mom and said, Jenny's going to fail. She's not going to graduate if she doesn't pass this course. And my mom said, so fail her. Like, she's not going to school. It's her own, you know.
And then you said, stop calling my mom.
Yeah. Anyway, gave me an extra assignment and everything was fine.
Yeah.
But back then, had they failed you and
Yeah.
then you didn't graduate high school, wouldn't your parents have been upset, though, that you didn't graduate high school at that point? though?
I'm sure they would have been disappointed that I didn't step up when I
But
needed
not
to.
the one-off,
but
like, well, then just fail her. Like, it wouldn't have been that flippant, right?
I think
that
it
you
would have.
actually...
At that point, I was 18, right? So 17 turning 18. I think I was 18 in my graduating
Yeah, they
year.
would have
so
just
it's
said,
just like,
figure it out.
Right.
figure it out. Like,
Yeah.
if you're not going to do the work and present, like,
I
that's
would-
your
Yeah,
consequences.
fair enough, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
You can
I mean,
only do so
that
much
is
at
what
that
my
time.
parents did.
Yeah.
When I was politely asked to leave school, yeah, they were like, figure it out, and I
Yeah.
did. And so,
You did.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think in my day and age now with my kids, I would say figure it out.
No?
I'd be like, do you want the car? Yeah, go to class.
Yeah.
I don't think
That's
most
why they're not
parents would.
calling you when they're in jail.
Well, don't you think 2024 parents would say?
I think there's always been parents that would handle it
No,
differently.
back then it was so lax, man. We could be gone for days and they wouldn't even know.
There's a lot more
Come on.
helicoptering now than there
Yeah.
was then.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure.
Yeah, I feel like so many parents would feel guilt now.
Yeah.
They would want to be a part of it. And how many parents would then like walk into the principal's office and complain?
That's
Oh,
the other thing,
1,000,000%,
too.
yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely,
Now, my
yes.
child wouldn't
Exactly,
do
which
My
is
parents
so
didn't know
silly.
where I went to school.
No.
Is it the one down the road? Is that
Yeah.
where you're going to school
They
this year?
assumed I went to a school.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady. Find the gang on their socials. Follow at Mahler, at One True Rush, at Hot Flash Jenny, and at Brady Jones Radio.
Do you hear that?
Yeah.
That sounds like it's right over top
That's
of us.
a very loud plane.
Yeah.
It is a plane. And speaking of planes,
Yeah.
did you hire a plane to
I
fly
did,
over
yeah.
our studio?
Exactly,
for
precisely
this?
for when we were talking
Brady,
about
you are
this.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brady Jones and
Yeah.
his bride were up in the skies yesterday.
Yeah, we had a little field trip, the two of us. We went up in a tiny little plane, guys. It was a 1940s plane.
Cool.
Okay, and what's really cool about this plane is there's no top on it, so you're just like you're in the open air.
Before
you know what I
you
mean?
get to the plane ride,
Yeah.
so how did you, like, what was the build up to get to
Yeah, okay,
to
so
here?
this was for Sarah, my wife's birthday.
Okay.
I got this, and so I bought this for her in March, her birthday, and so we've been waiting for this for a few months, and then we had to book a date. We finally found
Did
a
you
date.
read
Weather
about
looked
this
good.
online? Is
Yeah,
that-
I was trying to look for like adventures.
Oh,
Like
okay.
we, like a dinner is great and stuff
Yeah.
like that, but like we
Yeah.
like to go exploring and do
Yeah.
adventures and like weekends away and stuff. And this just seems like something that this is very much up our alley. And where
Yeah.
we live, this plane actually flies by us
Right.
all day.
Right. Yeah.
Like all day,
Yeah,
every
cool.
day. And so we see this plane all the time and we're like, well, okay, we got to try this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we book it and we go and we're feeling great, like not nervous at all, feeling fantastic. I'm not even really thinking about the plane ride. I'm just like, my wife's excited and so
Yeah.
I'm excited, right?
Yeah.
And then
Before you get in the
Yeah.
plane, you're wearing one of those old helmety kind of things
Sure.
with
Which,
the
by the
ear
way,
pads and
You can pull off a lot of things. There is nobody
No.
who can pull that off.
that was the least attractive thing I have ever worn in my life.
yeah.
And when we put it on, I was like, oh, I'm going to look cool. Like, can you take a picture of us? You know, I asked the people that work there. They're like, no problem. You look like a monkey.
Like,
do.
you don't call that a helmet, right?
No, because it wasn't even, there was nothing protective about it. It was
No.
just so like, I don't know, absorb the sweat, I guess.
Yeah, or the wind or something.
The wind,
maybe
yeah,
for-
it keeps your hair down.
Yeah.
And then you needed headphones because it was
Right.
super loud, right?
Yeah.
So we put that stuff on and take a picture. You look like a monkey. Like
You
look
do.
like you're from like the Bloodhound Gang
Yes.
music video. You know what I mean?
I
It
was
was-
dying, and in my head, I'm like, man, both you and your wife can pull off a lot of things,
Yeah.
like
Thank you,
style
yeah.
and fashion wise. And I was just like, nope, neither one of you can do it.
no, this
Sorry.
is not good.
It was bad. It was bad. So we climb into this thing. We're both very tall. It's a 1940s plane. People
Yeah.
were little, and so we're like in the kind of the front of the plane, sitting next to each other, and then the pilot's behind us.
Okay.
So first I thought we were going to be like one in front of the other, but no,
Yeah.
we're sitting right next to each other in like a tiny little little booth, basically,
Yeah.
right? And so we finally get into there, and again, I'm not nervous.
No.
The plane starts to move a little bit. I'm feeling good. I'm chatting to the guy. He's like, "Oh, I've done this thousands of times. I
Yeah.
do a bunch of
Right.
these a day. Really nice guy. Shout out to Greg." and we're taxiing. And then we take off. And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah.
We're in a 1940s plane, and I'm feeling every gust of wind.
Right.
I swear to God, if there's a seagull anywhere close to us, like we're going down.
That's so cool.
So how high do you go?
Pretty high.
Like 10,000 feet?
I have
higher?
no idea how
Okay.
like the feet amount, but like really, really high. Like
You probably were 10,000 feet. That when you go skydiving,
Yeah.
that's usually like 8 to 10,000, right? Is what they take you. Yeah.
So like there was like kayakers in the water below us, and they're dots.
Yeah.
You know, like
Okay,
they're
cool.
very and everything looks very small
Yeah.
up there.
Did you fly upside down?
So we didn't because there's no roof on it. I don't know if this thing can fly upside down. It's also a really old plane. Can't stress that
It sounds
enough.
like you didn't talk to Greg about anything.
Exactly.
Well, there wasn't a lot of chatting time. It was mostly screaming time.
Yeah.
But we did go 45 degrees at one point,
Oh, cool.
which felt like
You're gonna
Upside
fall out.
down.
upside down,
Yeah.
basically. Because there's nothing between me and the ground.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that's so
Guys,
neat.
I think my caption on Instagram was something like I lost 5 pounds of water weight through my clammy hands.
Yeah.
And that wasn't a joke.
Did you pee a little?
I might have. I was so sweaty and damp the entire time. It's also a very hot day.
Yeah.
But there's like a horizontal bar in front of us that we can hold on to.
Yeah.
And it kind of felt like when you're in like a subway system or like a public bus or whatever, and you hold
Yeah.
one of those bars,
Yeah.
and you think those bars are disgusting. Oh, you haven't touched a disgusting bar until you've felt this one after I've touched it, because I was hanging on for dear life. And I think on one of the videos you can see my arm like completely flexed.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
I'm holding
you're so-
on. I got as soon as
Really?
it took off, I was like terrified.
That's so
It was
funny.
good. It was
I
a good
didn't-
thrill.
I
It was a
wouldn't
really
have
good thrill.
imagined that you
Me
would have
neither.
been that afraid.
So you were more scared than your wife was.
She was great.
Yeah.
She had like no issue. She's
Right.
she's like, woo. She's
I
having a great
also
time.
love that you're holding on to the bar like that's going to make a difference if that's going
exactly.
down.
Yeah, totally. But I was like Mr. Cool walking
Yeah.
into that plane, and then it takes
Oh,
off, and
yeah.
I am
What
just.
an
that's funny.
experience.
Oh,
So
it
fun.
was
really
so
neat.
neat. Really recommend that people do it.
How
yeah.
long was it? How long? Were you
About
up there?
25 minutes.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, so we got to see like a lot of like wooded areas. We got to
Yeah.
see over like water and stuff like that, but then also the downtown core, and we saw our
Yeah.
house, which is so cool. So we have a bunch of pictures of our house from like
Really
the
neat.
sky.
Oh, really
You
cool.
can see our balcony, you can see our whole little setup out there. So it was really cool.
Oh,
It was
good
really
for
really
you guys.
special.
Do you have any
It
more
flew by.
questions?
Probably, but
Okay.
not right now. Yeah.
My,
text me.
My two are. Did you forget your bags? Did you bring bags with you?
Our bags stayed on ground.
Okay.
They wouldn't let us bring them up, which
Okay.
makes sense. Also, the phone. So when you're up there, there's
I
a
was gonna
lot of
say,
wind,
like,
right?
Did your phone not
Right.
go
Yeah,
flying?
so we have like a little windshield in front of us, and they're
Yeah.
like, seriously, don't try to take pictures outside of that windshield.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Because your phone is just going to flop.
Totally.
Right.
So if you're ever walking down the street and get clocked in the head with like an iPhone
Yeah.
12, it's probably, people from that
Yeah,
plane ride,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because
It's dangerous.
It's super dangerous.
Yeah.
Right.
They were saying, you're going to lose it. Like, do
Oh.
not
Yeah,
put your
don't do
hands
that.
outside to try to take
So you
pictures.
didn't bring
so cool.
anything on board with you?
Just our phones,
you.
and
Just you.
yeah, just us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the other question was, what was the in-flight movie?
Oh, yeah. Or did you watch a show?
yeah, exactly. How I Met Your Mother. Imagine you go up there and you like bring an iPad, Oh my God.
Do you have a little tomato juice?
Exactly. And I watched I, Tonya. I don't know. It feels like a plane movie.
I watched it on the plane.
I bet you did.
That's hilarious.
It feels like a plane
Oh, that's
movie.
very
You'd never
funny.
watch it otherwise.
No.
And Margot
Oh, that is
Robbie
great.
was robbed.
She was
She should have
robbed.
won the Oscar.
Absolutely.
Anyway, we digress.
No, it's a blast. I recommend it to anybody.
How
Just
was
for
the
you guys.
landing?
Great.
Yeah?
This guy was such a pro.
He was good,
oh
yeah.
my God. Yeah. You could tell, like, even just the way that he approached everything
Yeah.
was just.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, very
it
cool.
was great.
Fun adventure.
Had
Yeah.
a blast.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
That time of the week where we like to spin the wheel of fun. F-U-N.
Yeah.
Who's spinning?
I think I spun last week.
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay.
All
Go
right.
for it. Oh, nice.
Thank you. Been working on that spin.
Hey.
Putting those hundreds thousands of hours on the couch to good use. Now it's time to play Out Here, Living the Theme on the Morning Hot Tub with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
All right, guys, welcome to Livin' the Theme. I'm going to play just like the first, 2, 3, maybe 4 seconds of a TV theme. And you guys have to identify which theme it is. Now, we're going to be kind of on the honor system here a little bit. As we go through them, write down what it is, and we'll see if, who gets what correct.
Okay.
All right.
But you're all in on each theme.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
First one. Let's go. I'll play one more time for you.
I'm terrible.
I didn't think I would know it,
I
and then I
thought-
realized, I do know this.
Yeah, I
Yeah?
thought you guys would go 3 for 3 on this one because I think you guys have all watched this show in the past.
Oh, can I hear it again?
Yeah, one more time.
I don't think I've ever watched this show. Rush, you know me pretty well. Have I watched that show?
I don't know.
Okay, so Rush, you have it for sure?
So. Yeah, I definitely
Okay,
know.
all right,
yeah.
Jenny, do you have a guess?
I do,
Okay.
Okay.
but I'm thinking about the wrong show, but I mean another show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that doesn't
That's
count.
not going to
Doesn't
work for a
help
point.
that,
Okay, what is your guess?
The, what, my guess?
Oh,
Yeah.
we're going.
It's the,
Yeah, we're
the,
going around
the
now.
advertising show.
No,
No.
Mad Men, you're
Mad
thinking?
Men.
it is
No.
not that.
I
No
wrote,
idea then.
I've never... Dexter?
It is Dexter.
Oh.
It's Dexter.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Dexter.
I
Well
didn't.
done.
I only
Yeah.
watched the first season of that.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Next one.
It sounds like Mbop.
Bop, yeah.
Yes, with you.
Kind of does. Yeah, one more time.
I don't even have a guess.
No.
Nothing.
Rush, are
No.
you kind? No.
No.
Nothing at all.
It's not a show I watched.
Gonna play the whole thing. See if it sparks memories.
Is it Malcolm in the Middle?
No.
Okay.
I think Jenny should get this. No guesses?
No.
Breaker High.
I never watched that.
Really?
Yeah.
You never watched Breaker High?
No. No.
Wow, that's so surprising.
is
Never
too-
even
Yeah.
heard of it.
Yeah.
With Ryan Reynolds, the Canadian show way back in the day where they lived on the cruise, on the
Yeah,
cruise ship.
no, I never watched it.
Wow, okay. I
Yeah.
thought that would have been right in your wheelhouse, 97. Okay,
Where's
next
the
one here.
Friends theme?
Yeah, how about that? I know that. Yeah.
I'll be there for you.
Got it.
Here we go.
Okay, well, that was a layup.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
layup.
Was it?
Absolute layup, yeah.
Is it an old show?
I mean, oldish, yeah.
What do you consider to be an
I
old
mean,
show?
yeah, it's not
Oh.
Leave It to Beaver.
I think I know it.
Okay.
Okay.
24?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There it
well
is.
done. Everybody's getting points on that one.
Was
Okay.
that or ER?
Yeah. All right, next one here.
Of course.
Rush, do you know it?
Maybe.
Oh. The witch show?
Oh, yeah, you're
Witch
thinking
Show.
Bewitched?
Yeah, Bewitched.
It's all in that same wheelhouse.
Any guesses? Anybody have anything written
Bewitched.
down?
I do.
It's not Bewitched.
Okay.
Okay, Mahler?
Why do you think Rush has this before I do?
Because he seems confident.
No.
No?
Oh,
No.
okay. My Three Sons.
No.
I went with Leave It to Beaver.
It is, in fact,
No
Leave It to Beaver.
way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew that too.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Now, did you just go with that after I said Leave It to
Well,
Beaver?
I had it ready. It wasn't
You
going to
had
be in
it?
this order, but I thought it would be fun to throw it in there.
That
Yeah, it
is
is, in fact, Leave It to Beaver. All right, Rush is 3 points. Mahler is 2 points. Jenny has 1 point. Let's do the next one here.
Oh. I am so terrible at this.
Come on. You got to know this.
Oh, it could be anything.
Mahler, you know it? I assume Mahler
Yeah, he
has it
knows
too?
it.
Yeah.
Yes, do I?
I think so.
Okay.
Okay, we'll start with Jenny. Jenny, your guess?
No idea.
That's not the right one.
Nope.
No. Mahler?
Growing Pains?
It is growing.
Well done.
Yeah, I never watched Growing Pains.
No.
No.
Mahler, you have the most unsure 3 points I've ever seen. Every time is maybe growing pains. Well done, guys. All right, here's another one for you.
What? ER.
Every guess is ER.
I'm guessing a show I've never watched.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, but Jenny.
Prison Break. No.
That's a show I.
No.
No.
I have no
Okay,
idea.
Mahler, any idea?
The Sopranos?
No, not Sopranos.
I
Rush?
said, is it Stranger Things?
It is.
Oh,
Jenny!
yes, of
Never
course.
Jenny.
Of course.
I
See,
know
I'm terrible
that
at this.
from you playing the music bed when we've talked
Right.
about Stranger Things.
Yeah. Jenny, you love
I know.
Stranger
I am
Things.
terrible. I know. Watch the whole thing.
Yeah, great show. Okay, next one here.
What?
I don't know if you guys watch this, but iconic.
Oh,
Oh, I'm going to
No
fail
idea.
on this.
It's a cartoon that was well after my time of watching cartoons.
Yeah, I'll say Bratz. I have no
Okay.
clue.
No, not Bratz.
Dora the Explorer.
It's not that. No.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My guess would be it's Gem.
No. I don't know what that is. 21 Jump Street.
Oh.
Oh,
Boy, oh boy. Never watched
huh?
it.
Yeah, me neither, but it was a classic back
Yeah,
in the
it
day,
was.
right?
Okay.
It really was.
Yeah.
Okay, I got two more here for you guys.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
If you walk through the garden, you better watch your back.
Oh my God. I no idea.
Okay,
If you walk through the garden,
I've got a guess.
you better watch your back.
Now, I will say this one is a little trickier because it's different every season. However, it's the same lyrics. It's just a different sort
Different every
of
season.
version of it. Every
Dennis the
season.
Menace? I don't
Yeah, maybe.
If you walk through the garden,
That was a bad guess. I don't know.
I love your guesses. They're so good.
Dennis the Menace. Rush, do you have a guess?
I went with Weeds
No.
because they mentioned a garden.
No. Oh, that's a good guess. No, Weeds is another iconic one. No, this is. Anybody else have a guess?
I have a different world.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, it's not that. No. Jenny, do you have a guess?
No, that was Dennis the Menace.
Okay. No, it's The Wire.
Okay.
The Wire,
yeah.
which I need to watch.
I need to watch it too.
I've
It
heard
just
such
seems
good
it's so
things about it.
daunting. You know?
Yeah,
But
totally.
yeah, I need to watch it.
Yeah. Also, sorry, we're getting a bunch of texts. Breaker High, Ryan Gosling, not Ryan Reynolds. I said Ryan Reynolds.
Oh,
did you?
okay.
I got my Ryans
Yeah.
confused. And then finally, the last one here. What show is this?
Oh, man.
These are really hard, Brady.
I didn't think they were going to be super hard. They're all big shows, you know?
What was that comedy show that was Canadian?
That big show that was Canadian.
Canadian.
Corner Gas.
Are you thinking of SCTV?
No,
Okay.
no,
Thinking of Schitt's Creek.
no. It was like from the 90s
Yeah. Well,
comedy.
I think you
don't-
might be
Yeah,
onto it, Jenny.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
right
say
there.
I'm gonna say Martin.
Yeah, that's a good guess.
No.
It's not that.
It's
No.
not that, but close.
No idea.
I-
Well, I do know.
I'm going
it.
to play it a little longer.
Okay.
Mad TV.
Mad TV. Yes.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no points for that
No
one.
points.
No.
Rush is going to win the day, guys. 5 points for Rush, 3 points for Mahler, 1 point for Jenny.
Oh, what did I get?
One.
You got, I think you
24?
guessed Dexter.
You got Dexter.
Oh,
No,
I
you
Oh,
didn't.
no,
She got
24. You got
24.
24. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 24. Yeah, that's when you got.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
You know, when I think I watched a lot of TV in my life, I
Yeah.
watched nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I looked on this list and I didn't watch anything.
No,
Oh my God. That's tough.
this is a hard game.
It is.
And yet, I feel like we should be good at this.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of our listeners were yelling at
Yeah,
that
so,
radio.
yeah.
big time. Yeah.
Sorry, everybody, if we let you down on the Wheel of Fun.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Guys, it is Olympic year.
It is indeed.
Yeah.
Rush, are you excited about the Olympics?
very, very excited. We're just over a month away.
Yeah. What do you know about this year's Olympics? About Canada? About everything? Fill us in on all things Olympics, if you will.
The Olympics are being held in Paris this year.
Okay. That's all you know,
Yep.
I guess.
There's an outbreak
Yep.
of dengue. I know that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, good. Yeah.
Same beds in the Olympic Village that they have that are supposed to be not conducive to lovemaking.
Right. Anti-sex beds.
It's like if you took a shoebox and you lied it upside down and tried to sleep on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're not comfortable.
Which I don't understand. Why are they trying to prevent people from doing it? Because they're going to do it.
Yeah.
Right?
There is a reason. I can't remember what it is.
STDs? Is that
Oh,
it?
Yeah, but
maybe
you give
that's
them
it.
condoms and they're adults.
And they do give them condoms. I also think it's just if people are trying to,
Stick to a routine.
and then there's people boinking next door.
Yeah.
It's,
Hate that word.
Boinking?
Yeah.
I'll put it on
Boffing,
the list.
scrogging.
Thank you.
Boffing.
No.
Oh.
Oh, what?
What was the last one you said?
Scrogging.
I've never scrogging.
I've never heard of that in my life.
That's new. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, guys.
Honestly, you can take any 5-letter word, take any 5 letters, mix them up. As long as there's a vowel in there, you can make it sound like it's a term
you're
for
right.
that.
You're right.
You really can.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Hey,
make
you're
some
not
up
wrong.
It's a
sometime.
vowel and 5 letters
I'll
and done.
I'll write that down.
Yeah.
Make up words for sex. Perfect. Can we talk about the Olympics?
Oh,
Chris?
sure. Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
Good. Okay, back to the Olympics.
Sorry.
So I was
We
scrolling
digressed.
recently, and I saw something on my timeline. It was on Instagram Reels, gross, and I was like, I have to fill Rush in on this, and maybe you even know about this. Do you know anything about the 1904 Olympics in St. Louis?
Go.
Not much that I can recall.
Okay. Well, it was the first Olympics in the U.S. Okay.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious. Specifically, I want to talk about the marathon. Okay.
Oh, okay.
The marathon, obviously, a huge deal when it comes to the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
It's a sort of one of the the big events.
For years, that was the Olympic champion.
Right.
Was the person who won the marathon.
Right.
The marathon. Well, this marathon in the 1904 Olympics was so scandalous that it almost abolished the marathon from the Olympics for good.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So a few of the runners were like recognized marathoners. They'd either won or like placed in the Boston Marathon.
Yeah.
They were in like previous Olympics or whatever. But the majority of the field was composed of like random people.
Okay.
Just like super
think I know this story
random
then, yes.
people.
Yeah.
So, for example, there was 10 Greek guys who'd never run a marathon in their lives. Like what?
Yeah.
They were there. There was also 2 guys from a South African tribe. They happened to be in St. Louis as a part of the South African World Fair exhibit, and they ran for fun. They were like, "Oh, what's going on
Hey, let's
here?
do this, sure.
Yeah, let's give this a shot."
Oh, my God.
And they ran barefoot. They did an entire marathon barefoot, and guess what? They finished 9th and 12th.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and Len would have finished higher. There was Len and Jan. Len
Yeah.
would have finished higher. However, he got chased a mile off course by an aggressive dog.
That'll happen.
And he still
Yeah.
finished where he
Yeah.
finished.
Still finished at 9th place.
Ran an extra
That
mile.
is
Yeah.
amazing.
Now, why did he finish so high? Because of the 40 athletes that competed, only 14 even finished.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that many finished.
Yeah, and that's also the case because at the time they believed that the more water you drank, the worse you were going to perform.
Oh, my God.
So the best thing you can do for the marathon is
Dehydrate
dehydrate
yourself.
So they only had one water station
Oh,
Yeah.
my
the
God.
entire length of the marathon.
Yeah.
I'm not done. I'm not
Okay,
even
okay.
close to being done.
Okay.
Another guy was this this Cuban guy and a former mailman. His name is Felix, and he actually raised money to go participate in this.
Okay.
He ran across Cuba, the length of the island, and raised a bunch of money, and
Wow.
then and had a bunch of cash from his fundraising efforts. And he gets to the States. He goes to New Orleans, and then he loses all his money on a dice game,
Oh, my God.
and then had to walk and hitchhike to St. Louis.
Oh man.
And he's just a little guy, 5 feet tall, and he wore dress shoes
Okay.
to
To
run
run
this.
it.
And he had like a long sleeve dress shirt and dark
Oh my
pants,
God,
and
eh?
another athlete
So he looked professional.
looked
So-
professional.
Wrong job, but professional.
Exactly.
Yes.
Another athlete actually had scissors and like cut his pants into shorts.
Yeah.
And he would have won the race. This guy, this short
Yeah.
little
Can
guy.
you imagine how much his feet would have hurt?
I was going to say
Running
he
in
lost
dress
all
shoes?
those toenails for sure.
He
Oh,
would have won
yeah.
the race,
Yeah.
but it's not because of his shoes. No. On his way, he ate rotten apples and had to stop and take a nap.
Sure.
This
been
is
there.
real.
Yeah.
This is all real.
Y'all have to, yeah, I mean, that'll happen.
Now, do we know the time that the first person
We
finished
don't.
in? Oh, I'd love
I
to know
would have
that.
Day and a
loved to
half?
know.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think exactly. By the sounds of it, this like
This
you
is
ever
wild.
what was Rat Race? You know that movie Rat Race?
Yes.
I never saw it.
It
Terrible movie.
feels a terrible movie,
Yeah.
but it's stupid and silly movie.
Yes.
It feels like this.
Yes.
Okay, and then let's go to the winners. Okay, our
Yeah.
top 2 people. Thomas Hicks, second place. He was helped across the line by his trainers, who again refused to give him water.
Oh my
so they literally
God.
like walked him over, like on the shoulder. They gave him a mixture of rat poison and brandy because doping wasn't illegal yet.
Yeah, that'll get you going.
You could just give him anything you want.
No water, just rat poison.
So they gave him rat poison. How about first place? Well, this guy, Fred Lors, he came in first place, but he was disqualified after they figured out that he did most of the race in a car.
Okay, so you should.
So there you go. Rat poison Thomas Hicks was declared the winner.
I had known that the person who won the marathon had cheated. I did not know any of those other stories.
Isn't that
I'm
insane?
glad I do now.
That's really neat.
Isn't that wild? Oh, wait, I'm not done.
Oh.
What about the Russians? The Russian racers who were actual marathon
Yeah.
runners who could have won this. They showed up 2 weeks late because they were still using the Julian calendar. What an absolute disaster. All of
the
this is
greatest
completely
story.
real. Isn't that insane?
Unbelievable. Oh, that's so funny.
Looking forward to Paris.
Yeah.
This is going to be great.
We've come a long way from 1904 in St. Louis.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
A survey of 2,000 people found that 39% of respondents believe the other person should pay for a date in full. Okay? When it comes to attractiveness, 80% say self-confidence is a factor.
Yeah.
And 75% are charmed by people who take pride in their accomplishments. 31% say financial success is appealing in a partner. So money makes somebody attractive.
Yes.
When people are looking for meaningful connections and relationships, they're looking for others that can match their intellect and have ambitions in life. Showcasing those ambitions and treating dates to a taste of luxury sets the bar for the relationship.
I don't think it's the money that's the attractive thing. Like, it doesn't make them more attractive. It's the stability of it that I think is more attractive, right?
Is this the survey that maybe there's another one coming up this morning? But is this basically, if you're ugly and have money, though, it works for you?
I think you have more opportunity.
Like, I would totally date somebody who's ugly just because they had money.
Yeah.
If they were like
but
loaded.
what if they didn't have a nice soul, though? Like,
Don't
what
care.
If,
They're loaded.
I could take an average soul and money. Yeah,
really?
maybe not someone
See,
with
I know we've talked about this, but I really just, for me,
It
when
would
you
get
start
old.
a relationship with somebody, you're attracted to so many different things
Yeah.
because you truly don't know their soul when you first meet them. You don't really know them, right?
Sure.
So you're just purely attracted to the physical. And then the more you get to know them, you're just attracted to who they are.
Sure. All right, let's go
Okay?
down. Jenny wins on
Yes,
that one,
thank
okay?
you.
Let's just
Right.
put that to bed.
Okay, thank
But
you.
let's say they're all just like regular, decent human beings.
Okay.
Okay. There's a big boat of ugly people and a big boat of really super hot people.
Yeah.
Super hot people have like not a nickel to their
Okay.
name, and the uggos, and
Yeah.
I'm talking ugly people, have like millions of dollars. I am getting on the boat with the really ugly people.
Yeah.
You're going with the ugly, the rich uggos.
There's not
I
one
don't know if I
listener,
would.
and the banana phone's open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not one listener that's not getting on the ugly boat.
I don't know that I would.
Everybody's getting on the ugly
But
boat.
how ugly is ugly?
Ugly's ugly.
But if
if somebody
I gotta
saw you,
wake
they
up
go,
with this
"Hey,
person."
your girlfriend's ugly." You go, "Yeah, thanks. She's loaded."
Okay, but when I wake up,
we'll be in
the
Ibiza
morning,
this weekend, and she's ugly.
I'm not turning to look at my golden bedside table. No, I'm turning to look at my ugly partner here. You know, like
great.
That matters.
Sure. Yeah. No, it
I
doesn't
think
matter.
if you love them, like you're not even you.
For what, the money?
Looks fade, man. They fade quickly, and I think if you know their heart and they're a really good person,
Are you
and they're
arguing
rich,
for the
you're
money
gonna be
side?
okay with
Take
it.
a call.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
I'm telling you, they're calling in. Hello. Good morning.
How you doing? You can't just date somebody if they have money. Come on.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You can't?
No.
So you can just date somebody if they're poor?
Yeah.
Well, no. Well, if they just have if they have a ton of money, like there comes a point where you just can't be around them if they just are annoying.
What's your name,
If you do hate them, I get it.
What's your name?
My name's Harrison.
Harrison, let's just block out the noise. Nobody's listening, okay? Brady and
Come
Jenny,
on.
they're gonna go and get a muffin. It's just you and I.
Okay.
It is all. Look at those that hot boat over there. Oh my God, they're all blonde and Swedish, and they're doing jumping jacks, and aren't they all beautiful,
wow,
right?
right,
Okay.
yeah.
And then this Uggo boat. Oh my God, the Uggo boat's even sinking because they're so ugly. Like, because their ugliness is just bringing down the boat.
God.
But they're loaded. They're billionaires. You're getting on the billionaire boat, buddy.
Do they have jet skis?
Yeah, they have jet skis.
Harrison. Yeah, they
You're
do.
damn right they have jet skis. Yes.
it.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Harrison.
Welcome back, you guys.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
glad you left. Do you want another call?
See, the comparison should be you got the hot people on like a dinghy, and then you got the ugly people on a yacht.
On a yacht,
Sure,
right?
whatever,
Which one do you go
whatever
to?
you want to paint the
Who's
picture.
having more fun?
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Hey,
How you doing?
what's your answer? And by the way, not surprised.
So,
Only
I
dudes
have
are going in.
you know, it's like that old saying, butterface.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everything but the money. You just tip a $100 bill on her face when you wake up in the morning. You'll be happy.
Oh God.
There it is. Okay.
I don't
right,
even
Paul.
know. I don't want this guy in my division.
No,
Hang up on
this guy's
him.
swimming.
No. No, I'm just saying, money, financial, it's a wonderful thing. And it makes the relationship better. It really does.
You
Or
can
at
have
the
all the
beginning.
money in the world.
At first, yeah, I think you
And
do.
it gets old fast.
But you're in love with the people the same. Remember,
Yeah.
everybody's kind.
Okay.
Everybody's wonderful. You have the same chemistry.
But billionaires.
All of that
So it's the
stuff.
same wonderful person.
Yep.
But in one case they're beautiful
Yep.
and poor, or in the other case they're loaded and uggo.
That's right.
It comes down to connection, okay?
You have a connection with both.
With both.
Yeah.
With both the same amazing
Yeah,
connection.
we could do a lot of
They're
fun
amazing
things
people,
and
both
help
of
a
them.
lot of people with a lot of money.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
She's pretty hot though.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, Jenny, this is the best part of all of it for
Right.
you.
Yeah.
You're getting on the Uggo boat. They're
Yeah.
looking at you like you're a goddess. Oh my God! Look at this. Why is this beautiful woman on the Uggo boat?
I'm just going,
Yeah.
go on.
You're the hottest girl at band
on.
camp right now.
They're like bowing to you.
Yeah.
Like there's just.
And I can say that because I went to band camp.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Now it's time to play Does Jenny Know? On the Morning Hot Tub with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
All right.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
Come on, Jenny. You know.
I don't know.
You got this.
All right, we'll ask Jenny some questions.
Okay.
It always seems like Rush is the one that will decide whether or not it's a right
I mean, I think we
answer.
can all decide. I mean, I have an idea.
But everybody who listens to the show knows you're the smartest
I
man.
am very
so-
bright.
Sure,
Yeah.
Rush typically knows.
I do. This is why we don't do the feature, because the answer is yes.
Jenny,
Yeah.
how does a shepherd count his flock without falling asleep?
Oh, that's a good question.
You want to know what it is? It's because, first of all, he's counting standing up. He's moving constantly. And he likely does it in the morning. So he's feeling rested. Yeah. If he was doing it lying down.
Are you making all of this up?
Don't I always?
I liked her answer.
Yeah. I
You
mean, I
like
think
that?
that's
I
what
like
it
that.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
worked
he's
for
very
me.
busy. It takes a lot of work
Yeah.
herding sheep or counting sheep.
What if he sleeps in?
He'll still, and then he's even more rested.
Yeah. Absolutely. It would be. Yeah, sure.
Okay, sure. I guess we'll ding Jenny
Yeah,
for that.
that's
Sure,
a
yeah,
ding.
absolutely. We can ding, yeah.
Thank you.
Good work.
Yeah, thank you.
Jenny,
Yeah.
how many people thought of a Post-it note before it was invented, but didn't have anything to jot it down on?
Oh. Wow. Yeah. I guess every piece of paper is a note that can't be posted because it wasn't sticky.
Well,
Didn't have anything. That has nothing to do with what we're talking
what
about.
is it? Okay.
My brain just went there. I'm going to say nobody.
Not one person thought of a Post-it note before.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
I understand because they didn't
didn't
post
invent it.
They just wrote it down and maybe used tape. So
Yeah,
nobody.
nobody.
Yeah.
Don't you think there's a lot of people, though, that have thought of inventions that just didn't do anything
Right,
about
didn't
it?
like
Sure,
take
but that
off,
wasn't
yeah.
your question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm going to
You're
say
really
nobody.
defending Jenny on this.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
I'm right.
I think she's right.
Right.
Yeah.
What
I mean,
can we
does
do?
Jenny know? I think
Ding
the
me.
answer, yeah.
Ding me.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that was the only answer.
Yeah.
You're
Done.
doing very well.
I know.
is.
This
Yeah,
never
yeah.
happens.
Jenny,
Yeah.
when will all the rhetorical questions end?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna have a tough time with this, I
Really?
think. Yeah.
You don't know.
Okay.
When will all the rhetorical questions end? Well, they'll never end. As long as we have people in speech, There will always be rhetorical questions. Yeah. Yeah.
So you don't see the irony in that question.
Exactly.
I don't get it.
See, some might argue that just ended the rhetorical questions because she answered a rhetorical question, making it not rhetorical. But at the same time, other people will do it, so sure.
What?
Sure, what?
So sure, her answer is fine.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All
Is
right.
it?
Brady, do you agree?
I'm on a
Is
roll.
it? I don't think.
That's 3.
No, but I think it is
Buzzer.
because
Ding me.
Buzzer. No,
No,
buzzer.
ding
she
me.
I don't know what
just-
to do.
She just said they're not going to end as long as there's people.
Yeah.
So
If
she
Rush is the
answered your
authority-
question. So
That's all I
there
had to
you
do.
go.
But you
Ding
don't,
me.
you don't answer a rhetorical
Ding me
question.
again.
That's the whole point.
Right.
But it
she
wasn't
supposed
rhetorical
to-
because she actually gave you an answer, making the rhetorical question
Not
rhetorical.
because she answered it.
Ding me again.
I'm sorry.
It rushes the authority.
I was
Yeah.
ready. I was ready on that
No,
one, but
no.
she
I
actually
can't
gave
help
it an answer.
That I'm so smart.
I'm not accepting that, so we'll do one more.
Okay,
Oh,
that works for me.
Jenny. Yeah.
You can let there's music in the background.
I
You
know,
can
it's
but I
deal with it.
just
okay.
It's fine.
hate the awkward
Oh, we
waiting
can play without
period.
music.
No,
Nope.
don't do that.
Can't do that. Then
'Cause then
Jen-
I'm going to have to.
Just Jenny making sounds.
I can't. The silence kills me. And I don't want to have to fill this time.
Jenny!
Yeah.
Why is it medium is the only size that doesn't come in extra?
Extra medium.
Oh.
I often think an extra medium would be the size I'd need.
But then wouldn't you just be Oh. You couldn't be an
A
extra
large is too
small.
big, and medium's too small. An extra medium would be good.
Yeah, it's between a large and a
Yeah.
medium.
Guys,
Oh,
you're clouding
Giving her too much,
Jenny's
yeah.
brain here.
You
Jenny,
want- yeah.
why is it medium is the only size that doesn't come in extra?
Because you can get extra on either side. So you don't really need it. So like if you're a medium but you need something bigger, well then you're going to go with the large. You don't need that. I know what you're saying, Rush, that it would be nice to have those in between sizes. But then that's tailor fit, right? And you've got that if you want to go somewhere and get
So-
something that's tailor made for
So
you.
just to jump in there
Yeah,
before
sure.
Rush,
Yeah.
but if you have an extra large,
Yeah.
then there's an extra large.
For sure.
Right. So there's still things on either side.
That's what I mean.
Right.
But they're adding extras
There's
to
always
the
options.
extra.
It's not that you don't need the medium to have options because you have options on either side. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Ding me.
I mean, how do you not? I mean, she gave.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
wouldn't you want the size between medium and large? Like there could be a potential size
Yeah.
there.
Correct.
But then you're just but you're a large then. You're not a medium.
No, but like Rush was saying, a large is too big for him. A medium feels too small. What if there was a size in between a medium and
But
a
here's
large?
the
You
thing,
said
all
it, Rush.
sizes.
Yeah.
You'd be arguing against yourself if you agree with her
No,
right
but
now.
listen,
Oh,
all
this is what I
sizes-
said. I said I've always wanted an extra medium.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't give her the answer that I would give here because
Because then that's cheating.
she has to get there.
The
She's going to
whole
get there.
thing is all sizes started small, medium, large. And then they added extra small and extra small and whatever. And they added extra large, extra
Yeah.
large. So there was nowhere to really add in between on the medium because they could add on either end if they needed to. That's the right answer. Ding me.
Is it because you're saying medium is always in the middle? And
Yes.
no matter what, you can't be extra in the middle. The center of something is the center, and that's what it is?
Essentially.
Okay. Then take my answer and give it to her.
Wow!
He's just better at explaining things.
Yeah.
My head gets mumbled.
Yeah.
So is that a ding?
I
Yeah,
thought so.
that's a ding me.
Okay, hey, you did well then.
Yeah.
Jenny,
Thank
4
you.
for 4.
I know that
She did
never
well.
happened in the history of this game.
The question, does Jenny know? Yeah, she
Yeah,
She
knows.
does.
I
She
know.
knows. She definitely knows.
Yeah.
I know.
Yep.
Ding me.
You're brilliant. Oh, another ding.
A lot of dings.
I was going to give you a brilliant, but
Yeah.
now you're hogging the
She
dings.
is on a power trip.
Go ahead, ding her again.
All right. My God, how many dings do you want?
more?
Another one.
Another
I'm sick of dinging you.
Oh, give her 3 more and call it a day.
God, I just-
One more.
okay.
And Brady, you may want to isolate yourself there.
Like what you just heard? Tell a friend. Tell a friend. They can listen to the Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady wherever podcasts are found.
Follow the gang on socials for more fun at Mahler, at One True Rush, at Hot Flash Jenny, and at Brady Jones Radio.
The Hot Tub Podcast, a part of the Stingray Podcast Network.